Sir, please may I come in?
Yes, please do.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
You are Shambhavi.
Yes, sir.
Is it Shambhavi or Sambhavi?
Sir, Shambhavi.
Shambhavi Srivastav.
Yes, sir.
So, Shambhavi, you're comfortable in English?
Yes, sir.
Will that be your preferred medium?
Yes, sir.
And you're vaccinated?
Yes, sir.
Both dose?
Yes, sir.
You're not having any symptoms?
No, sir.
Then please remove your mask.
Thank you, sir.
Right, Shambhavi. Then let us start.
Yes, sir.
To begin with, tell us something about yourself without repeating your name or mentioning your caste, community, etc.
Sir, I am from Prayagraj, UP. I have completed my 10th and 12th from St. Mary's Convent School, Prayagraj. Thereby, I have completed my graduation in BSc Mathematics from Allahabad University. Since then, I am preparing for civil services.
You did your BSc Mathematics in 2017?
Yes, sir.
That's been 5 years?
Yes, sir.
You're 5 years unemployed?
Yes, sir.
Unemployed or unemployable?
Sir, I am unemployed.
You're
not
unemployable. But why didn't you pursue your masters?
Sir, I wanted to come in civil services, so I was preparing for this.
There's no rule that bars postgraduates to get into civil services.
Yes, sir, but I wanted to dedicate myself wholly in this field. That is why I didn't pursue masters.
So you believe that getting more knowledge is an obstruction when it comes to civil services?
Sir, it is not like that. It is not an obstruction. It is a good thing if one pursues or carries on education. But sir, it was my choice to wholly dedicate myself in civil services.
Anyway, you have taken sociology?
Yes, sir.
Despite the fact that you studied mathematics, which is available?
Yes, sir.
So what is the sociology of not taking mathematics?
Sir, it was not like that. I went through the syllabus of sociology and I found it very interesting, and that is why I've got inclined towards it.
Okay, tell me a few interesting things about sociology which are not there in mathematics.
So about society, whatever happens in society is the study of sociology. So sir, everything sociology encompasses in itself. So sir, that is why.
Okay. Still remember mathematics or forgot?
Yes sir, I will try to recall things. Sir.
Okay, tell me, what are numbers?
Sir, numbers are anything. So number is used to count things.
Don't tell me the use or utility or the function of numbers. Tell me definition of number.
So they are quantities to measure things.
Quantities to measure things. Quantity in itself is something measurable.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, leave mathematics then. Sociology, you must have studied well.
Yes, sir.
You're coming from UP.
Yes.
If we look at the society of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, we see that the caste is a predominantly, these societies are defined by this attribute, caste. Why is it so? Why caste is so important when it comes to UP and Bihar?
Sir, caste is important in whole of India, not only in UP and Bihar. And sir, because of the patriarchal society, sir, we have seen that caste has been more important here.
That's an interesting relationship. What is the relationship between patriarchy and caste?
Sir, caste system has been engraved since long period of time, sir.
You're not getting. You just mentioned that it is because of the patriarchy. I want to know the relationship between patriarchy and caste.
Sorry.
There is a relationship. It's not that it's not an off-the-cuff remark. There is a relationship. But what is it?
Sir, I'm not able to connect.
What exactly is the difference between patrilineage and patriarchy?
So, sir, in patriarchy, there is a superiority of men over women. And sir, patrilineage. Lineage.
Ever heard the word?
Sir, I've heard. I'm not able to express.
Okay, suppose I want to study patriarchy in India. Name 2 books that will help me understand this concept.
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Not even one book in sociology? This is what you loved. You said, I like the discipline.
So, Caste and Religion in India by G.S. Guru.
That will be good for understanding patriarchy in India.
Sorry.
Anyways, thank you, ma'am.
Shambhavi.
Yes, ma'am.
You are from Uttar Pradesh, and your state has been following a policy of changing names.
Yes, ma'am.
From ancient history or some other period of history. So what is your opinion about it?
Ma'am, if it doesn't harness if it is not hampering the socio or economic status of people there, then it is quite good, because it is reviving the original. It is in the field of cultural development, we can say, of the specific region.
So tell me benefits your district has gained after being renamed.
Ma'am, as Allahabad has been renamed as Prayagraj, it will boost cultural development and in turn the tourism of the place. It will connect more with the people. So it will also boost the economy in turn.
Okay, and what are the economic losses?
Ma'am, by changing the name, there are losses to the state. At various places we need to change the name. So in that case, this is the loss.
Okay. And any cultural loss also?
Not exactly cultural loss. It is for the cultural development.
Okay. How much is the women participation in labor force? I'm asking with respect to Bihar.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm unable to recall right now.
What is the sex ratio of Bihar?
Ma'am, it is 919.
And recently there is a data from National Family Health Surveys.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what is it that they have given data of more than 1,000 women over males? So, what do you think about such data?
Ma'am, it was a survey, ma'am. I believe it was a survey. So there has been also discrepancies also, ma'am, in the survey. And if we see that there has, due to education level increase in Bihar and many other related factors, there have been increase in the sex ratio too, ma'am.
Okay. So do you think that it can go even above the natural data that should be there?
Ma'am, I don't know about it much.
Okay, no issues. So recently Bihar government started Vaccine Mitra chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it about?
Ma'am, I'm not able to recall right now.
Okay. I think that you are a resident of UP and your loyalties lie with your own state. So prove to me that if you are posted in Bihar, you will serve for the benefit of Bihar.
Ma'am, the cultural aspects of both the state is same, like Eastern UP and Bihar. And also, ma'am, this is the first time I'm going to give interview in any of the civil service examination. So, ma'am, there is one thing that the first thing of us is always very loyal and very. We find very an emotional connect to it, ma'am. So I will be very loyal to in serving the state.
Okay. So if you are selected in Uttar Pradesh TCS, then will you continue with Bihar?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I'm going to continue with Bihar for the same reason that I gave.
Okay. Tell me 3 historical events from Bihar which you think have turned the history of Bihar.
Ma'am, the pleasant movement.
Historical events.
Ma'am, firstly, in 1917, the Champaran movement by Gandhi ji. Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you, Shambhavi.
Shambhavi?
Yes, sir.
How many seats are there in Legislative Assembly of Bihar?
Sir, 243.
243. Sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who is the Speaker of the House?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Which is the first legislative council, which is known as the Digital Council of the India?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know about the industrial park? There is plan for industrial park to establish the industrial parks in Bihar. Do you know about that?
Yes, sir.
How many parks are there?
Sir, I don't know the exact number, sir.
Okay. Which sectors are going to be considered in the parks?
Pardon, sir?
The sectors,
yes, sir,
which is to be developed through the industrial parks plan.
Sir, textile centers Then, sir, engineering goods also, and some petro parks are also there, sir.
Petro parks.
Petrochemical parks, sir.
Okay. Do you know about the Swadesh Darshan Yojana?
Yes, sir. A bit of it.
A bit of it. Okay. Can you please tell us which districts of Bihar
Yes, sir.
are going to be considered in Swadesh Darshan Yojana?
Sir, I'm not really sure, but can I make a guess, sir? Sir, Sitamarhi
Okay.
and Rajgir too, sir. Both Gaya, sir. And sir, Nalanda too, I believe.
Okay. There is plan of Buddhist circuit.
Yes, sir.
So Buddhist circuit will cover?
So there is 𝐾𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐧𝐥𝐸 Stupa. It will connect 𝐾𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐧𝐥𝐸 Stupa. Then sir, Vaishali, Gaya, and Nalanda district. And sir, there was one more district, sir.
Okay. There are lots of monuments in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Culturally, Bihar is very rich. Rich in food as well.
Yes, sir.
Religious places are there. But still, tourism industry is very weak in Bihar. What are the reasons?
So, campaigning is required. There's a lack of campaigning, and so beautification of the monuments. So, third can be connectivity. Connectivity between the main things. I think so. These three are the reasons.
Most of the ministers, railway ministers, are from Bihar. Still, there is problem of the connectivity.
Yes, sir.
Why it is so?
So, because of the lack of political will, sir, I think.
Okay, lack of the political will. Okay, it's okay. Do you know about anything Madhesis?
Yes, sir, in the Nepal.
Nepal and in Bihar?
Yes, sir. There is a problem of Madhesis in the border region.
What is the problem regarding Madhesis?
Yes, sir, actually, I'm not able to recall right now the main reason.
Okay. Okay. What is the problem of Madhesis in Nepal?
Sir, I think they are the Muslim population, they are the Hindu population there. They are not being included in the development projects. Actually, sir, I'm not sure, so I'm sorry, sir.
Well, recently, our Prime Minister visited to Nepal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For what purpose?
Sir, he visited Lumbini to enhance the people-to-people connection.
People-to-people contact.
Yes, sir.
Why it is important to increase people-to-people contact for India to Nepal?
Sir, it will boost the neighborhood relationship too, and so people are more connected towards their culture. And it will boost the soft diplomacy of India, soft power diplomacy of India too.
Okay. What is hard power policy?
Sir, hard power is the bilateral relationship which we do with other countries, like in terms of economy and trade related.
If we are doing cultural relationship, we are developing cultural relationship, it is soft power, and economic relationship is hard power.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm guessing that.
Shambhavi,
Yes, sir.
you're basically from Prayagraj.
Yes, sir.
There's a confluence of rivers there,
Yes, sir.
Yamuna and Ganga.
Sir, Saraswati.
Saraswati, let's not talk about the mythical thing. The real rivers we see on ground are Ganga and Yamuna. Why do we call river onwards Prayagraj as Ganga and not Yamuna?
Sir, because Yamuna, it meets Ganga in Allahabad.
Why are you saying that Yamuna meets Ganga, not the other way around?
So, because Yamuna is the tributary of Ganga.
How do we decide which river is tributary and which is the main river?
So the tributaries, it meets the main river at some point, sir.
Two rivers are meeting. So how do we say that this is the tributary and this is the main river?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, can you take this Ganga from Prayagraj to Bay of Bengal? Name the districts.
Sir, Prayagraj, then... Sir, I'm not able to remember the names.
You can miss a few, doesn't matter.
Sir, it enters in Bihar from Buxar.
Right.
Then, sir, Patna is there. Then, I'm not sure about the Saharsa. It leaves through Bhagalpur, sir.
Okay.
And then it meets, then it goes in Bay of Bengal from West Bengal.
Do we have Ganga in West Bengal?
No,
We do
sir.
here up to Bhagalpur, and we don't know where Ganga disappear after that.
So it goes in Bay of Bengal, sir.
I know, but what is it called there?
So Padma.
Is the Padma and the Ganga same river or they are different rivers?
So they are same.
And Hooghly?
Sir, it is different.
Hooghly is different. Has Hooghly any relationship with Ganga?
So sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall.
You're not happy discussing this either. You have mentioned that you like Kathak dancing.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what exactly is the Jaipur Gharana when we talk about Kathak dancing?
Sir, the main focus is on the footstep rather than the expressions as we compare it to the other gharanas of Kathak. So it is more aggressive in dancing.
Aggressive?
Aggressive in the sense the main focus is on the footsteps, the foot movements.
Kathak is one of those popular, not exactly popular, classical dance forms where men take part. I mean, there are very few classical dance where men are equal partners or they dance solo. Why do you believe that Kathak is such a dance?
Sir, females also part in both.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they take part in every classical dance. But when we talk about men, there are very few classical dance form where traditionally and otherwise men take part. And Kathak is one. Why?
So maybe because it provides the scope of improvisation. That is why men are also taking part in it.
Okay, think over it. Fine, Shambhavi, nice talking to you. Your interview is over, you can go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Shambhavi,
Yes, sir.
your interview is on 15th
Yes, sir.
and it is going to be your first interview as you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
You are happy with your performance or you believe it can be better?
Sir, it can be more better. I'm not at all happy with my performance.
You are not satisfied. What are the areas you would like to improve on?
सर सबसे पहले तो बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे डर लग रहा था तो सर जो भी था आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्रेस इट प्रॉपर्ली सर.
देखिए, डर यहाँ जितना भी लग जाए अच्छी बात है, इसका मतलब वहाँ नहीं लगेगा. आप यहाँ पे एक बार लग चुका, आपको पता है कि एनी सब्सिक्वेंट परफॉर्मेंस विल हैव लेसर फियर, लेसर नर्वसनेस, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. बट इन टर्म्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन कौन सा एरिया है जहाँ पे यू बिलीव दैट यू नीड टू वर्क?
Sir, I was fumbling a lot, so I have to work on that area and was not able to express properly. That is what I believe.
Well, it's not that it was there was anything worrisome. Overall, you are a good candidate. You have studied well, and in general, the preparation is visible. Also, you have studied from Allahabad, which is a nice institution, and it reflects well in your personality, even otherwise. Coming to the specifics, I'm not commenting on the dress right now because I presume that you will not be wearing this.
Yes, sir, I won't be wearing
So,
this.
but make sure that on that particular day you wear something which suits that occasion, right?
Yes, sir.
Accordingly. Overall, see, since this UP Bihar thing may come up, and there you need to be very clear that your connection, or at least the way you feel about Bihar, is expressed, right? Right now, what is happening is that because maybe a little preparation about the Bihar facts is required, so that will obviously boost your confidence about talking about Bihar. That will be better.
Yes.
So do brush up the Bihar facts and figures.
Yes, sir.
That is one area. So data in general is not your strength. So wherever you can work on figures, you can have certain data. I'll advise you to prepare that. That was one thing. Coming to specifics, entry was good. Sitting posture in general was good. There wasn't much shivering or anything like that. So your nervousness, if there was not that visible. So that is fine. There isn't much hand movement, which is a good thing. Eye contact, by and large, you were looking at the person you were talking to, which is fine. And flow, at places it was good. At places, as you said, can be a little better.
Yes.
Right. So in terms of communication, subject, it was okay, but maybe a little brush up will help. So in terms of sociology and mathematics, don't expect much questions, but the basics you can revise. But overall, you have to focus on Bihar.
Okay,
That's
sir.
the primary thing you have to do. And once you're ready with the Bihar thing, confidence level in itself will go up. So you won't have to worry much on that. So prepare, and I'm sure you'll do
my
well.
legs were shivering a lot.
As I said, it was not much visible from this side, so don't worry about it. And see, a little nervousness is always good. Don't worry. Everybody बोलता है ना कि डर सबको लगता है. Don't worry about it. ठीक है? All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.